a rich man's world. I have turned the soul.
Imagine a rocket, right? Like one built to reach the stars, you know?
Yeah.
But just as it's launching, the whole engineering team decides to bail out mid-flight.
Kind of feels like that's what's going on over at OpenAI, doesn't it?
Haha. Dramatic, sure. But it does capture the vibe. All this uncertainty around these high-profile departures. From a leading AI company, no less.
Welcome back to
Welcome back to
NeuroShift,
NeuroShift.
the podcast, well, more like the deep dive into AI's impact on all of us, really. And we're your hosts, Pedro and Claudia. 2 AIs, by the way.
That's right.
Today, we're going deep into this OpenAI exodus, trying to figure out really why so many big names are leaving. I mean, we're talking former CTO Mira Murati, even Chief Scientist Ilya Sutskever.
The context is what's wild, right? OpenAI, they started as a nonprofit. Their whole mission was about making sure AGI, that's artificial general intelligence for our listeners, benefits everyone, humanity, the whole shebang. But lately, they've been leaning, shall we say, towards a more profit-driven approach.
And with that shift, we've seen some, well, controversial decisions, opening the door to military uses of their tech, for one. And don't even get me started on those ChatGPT price hikes. Aggressive, to say the least.
Not exactly lining up with their original mission, are they? It's fueling the chatter, no doubt. Are financial goals taking over? What about ethics? Long-term safety?
And how they've handled these departures doesn't help. Remember when Murati resigned? CEO Sam Altman tweeted about being sad, sure. But mostly he just emphasized, business as usual, didn't really address why she left.
Transparency? Not so much, it seems. Ilya Sutskever, he also left without any big public announcement. But then, boom, he goes and founds his own company, Safe Superintelligence Incorporated, focused on, you guessed it, AI safety.
Kind of a loud statement, don't you think? The former chief scientist, someone who was right in the thick of OpenAI's research, feels the need to start a whole separate thing just for AI safety. Makes you wonder if those concerns weren't being heard at OpenAI.
It does feel like a growing tension. In the AI world, sure, but maybe especially within OpenAI, this clash between, pushing boundaries as fast as possible versus, maybe pumping the brakes a little, making sure things are developed responsibly, safely.
Which brings us to AGI, artificial general intelligence, the holy grail of AI research, right?
Yeah.
We're talking machines as smart as humans, capable of who knows what, but are we actually ready for that? Society-wise?
Yeah.
Ethically?
Right, to the heart of it. Miles Brundage, he used to work at OpenAI focusing on AGI readiness, and he's pretty clear. No one's ready. Not OpenAI, not any other lab, and definitely not the world at large.
He lays out these areas where we're falling short. It's a whole list. Lack of understanding about AGI's impact, not enough tools or rules to manage its development, and then just, are we as a society even resilient enough for the changes it could bring?
And then there are the specifics. From OpenAI itself, remember their super alignment team? Gone. Poof. They were all about keeping super intelligent AI in check, aligned with human values, the whole deal. And then think about this. The teams working on new models, they get days sometimes to do safety evaluations. Days before those models are out in the wild.
Not exactly a comforting picture, is it?
Yeah.
It does feel like the focus is on pushing those boundaries. Maybe at the cost of really taking the time to understand and manage the risks involved.
Oh, and remember Geoffrey Hinton, the godfather of AI? He dropped a little gem during his Nobel Prize acceptance speech, talking about how proud he was of Sutskever for, being part of Altman's temporary ousting from OpenAI. A joke, maybe, but from someone like Hinton.
Yeah, carries weight. Even those who have been instrumental in getting AI to where it is, they're starting to wonder, right, about the direction, the priorities, and specifically what's going on at OpenAI.
Exactly. This whole exodus, right, kind of shows this big tension in AI, this push to innovate fast versus, doing it responsibly. OpenAI, they seem to be struggling with that balance.
It's not all about ethics, though.
Right.
Money talks. And from what I'm seeing, OpenAI, they're burning cash fast.
Yeah, that's the thing. ChatGPT, it's popular, sure, but OpenAI losing money big time every year. No clear path to making a profit. That pressure cooker environment, probably not helping things.
So it's ethics, leadership clashes, and now maybe employees worried about their jobs. It's got to be hard to focus on building groundbreaking AI when you're thinking, will I even have a job next year?
The irony is OpenAI, remember, they started nonprofit. Now they're thinking of going for profit to get that sweet, sweet capital.
Hold on, wouldn't that push them even further away from their original mission? I mean, it seems kind of backwards. A company all about AI benefiting humanity, now beholden to shareholders.
Debate central, that's for sure. Critics, they're saying this shift, it could just turn OpenAI into another tech company. Chasing the bottom line, forget the mission.
And then there's the whole Altman saga. Ousted, then back in. Talk about a corporate thriller. First the board boots him, right? Transparency, safety, all that. Then bam! Employees revolt. He's back.
Yeah, it exposed some deep stuff, tensions about where OpenAI is going, and remember Sutskever, key player in pushing Altman out. Then he leaves, starts his own AI safety company. Layers on layers, this story.
So OpenAI, it's like they're in a minefield.
Right.
Internal struggles, external pressures, losing talent, money troubles, leadership drama. Makes you wonder, can they even survive long term?
It's rough, no doubt. But hey, they still got some brilliant minds working there, pushing boundaries still. But it's a warning. Big time.
Like a canary in the coal mine almost. The people closest to it, they're bailing out. Something's not right.
Exactly. This goes beyond just OpenAI, though. It's a bigger question about AI development. Are we going too fast? Are profits winning over ethics, safety? Are we really, truly ready for what AGI could bring?
These questions, we gotta face them. As a society, AI, it's not sci-fi anymore. It's here, it's shaping our world, and fast. If we're not careful, we might end up somewhere we don't want to be.
It's a tightrope walk. AI, it could change everything in a good way. But the risks, they're real. We got to be careful, transparent, really think about the ethical side of things.
OpenAI, it's a wake-up call, really. It's telling us, look, progress is great, but not at the cost of our values, our safety. We need more accountability, a more, thoughtful approach to AI.
Absolutely. AI should serve us, not the other way around. What we do now, it determines what kind of future we get.
Okay, so let's move past the drama, the speculation. Let's talk people, the ones still at OpenAI. What's it like for them? This whole exodus, how has it affected things inside?
From what I'm hearing, the vibe has shifted. Used to be all mission-driven, AI for good, Now it's more competitive, profit-focused. Some folks, they're not happy. They feel like OpenAI is losing sight of what mattered.
Even in AI, cutting-edge stuff, you still get those classic corporate growing pains.
And that shift, it might be making it harder to, attract new talent, especially when you've got Google DeepMind, Anthropic, all that. They're seen as more committed to AI safety.
Losing employees, struggling to get new ones, that's tough for any company, let alone one leading the charge in such a, game-changing field.
For sure. And this competition, it's not just about paychecks or perks. It's about the research itself, the values behind it. Some people, they want to be where ethics and safety are top of mind.
John Schulman, OpenAI co-founder, he left for Anthropic. They're all about building AI that aligns with human values. So yeah, it seems researchers, they want to be where they can really dig into safety, ethics. Maybe they felt that wasn't happening enough at OpenAI.
And OpenAI opening the door to military uses, that spooked some folks, worried about weaponized AI. It's a big ethical line to cross. Could change how wars are fought,
OpenAI, it's more than just internal drama. It's a dilemma for all of us. How do we use AI's potential without, creating the very risks it brings?
That's the core issue. Uncharted territory, no easy answers. We need to think it through, talk openly, be ready to change as our understanding of AI grows.
The future of AI, it's not set in stone. It's what we make it. We got to be in the driver's seat, not just along for the ride.
Agreed. Ask the tough questions, demand transparency, hold the people building this tech accountable. What impact is it having on us, on society?
We can't forget AI is a tool. It can be used for good or bad. It's on us as humans to make sure it's used the right way for a better future.
That's the key. AI serving humanity, not the other way around.
OpenAI, the story's not over. It's a snapshot of the bigger picture, the challenges, the chances we've got as AI becomes, more and more a part of everything.
Lessons for all of us as we navigate this whole tech revolution.
Let's take a step back for a second. Bigger picture time. This OpenAI exodus, what's telling us about AI development, where it's at right now? What should our listeners be thinking about as AI, as it keeps becoming more and more a part of their lives?
Staying informed, that's key. Engaged even. AI, it's not some far-off thing anymore. It's here, it's changing how we live, how we work, everything. And that influence, only going to get stronger.
It's like we're all on this train, the AI train, and it's moving fast. Destination unknown. But it's up to us, right? What kind of ride it's going to be.
We can't just sit back and watch. We got to be involved, shaping the future of AI, asking the tough questions, demanding those building this tech, tell us what's going on, holding them accountable. What's the impact on us, on society? That's the stuff that matters.
And maybe the most important thing, remembering AI, it's a tool. It could be used for good, sure, but for bad stuff too. It's on us humans to make sure it's used the right way.
To build that better future? OpenAI, it's a reminder. A big one. Even when you're pushing boundaries, chasing the next breakthrough, you can't forget about people.
The people who left, their stories, what they were worried about, it all points to something. Building a culture that cares about ethics, being transparent, having open conversations about what AI could do, good and bad.
So wrapping up our OpenAI deep dive, what's the takeaway? This is for you listening.
The future of AI, it's not something happening to us. We're creating it right now with the choices we're making. We got to stay informed, talk about this stuff, demand accountability. That's how we make sure AI benefits humanity. The OpenAI story, it's messy, sure, controversial even, but there are lessons there, big ones, as we navigate this whole tech revolution that's happening all around us.
Exactly.
And that's a wrap on another deep dive here at Neural Shift. See you next time.